Hey friends, good evening. Let's check that we are good to go. Just double checking. Bear with me one sec as I check that we are live. Nice. Good. Welcome, friends. Good evening. So, Professor here, Professor Shadow, Sunday Night in the Shadows, and welcome. Welcome. We're going across two platforms in one go. Let me just turn that. Let me just check we're okay on the other feed here. Let me just look. Yes, good. Oh my goodness. Technology works. Look at that. Crazy. Hello, friends. I have like two cameras up. I have one here, one here. So if I'm looking backwards and forwards, don't worry. I'm not going crazy. I do know what I'm doing. Very warm welcome to you to Sunday Night in the Shadows here with me, Professor Shadow. It's just a Sunday catch up. The amount of effort and work I put in through the week. And then I like to share what we've been doing throughout the week. So today, I want to just quickly go over what stories, just in case you missed them. Because if you missed them, you'll be glad you're here today. So here's what we did. So I'm not going to share the screen. I'm just going to tell you today. Just going to tell you. So we had this big one, this big release. It's called The Silent Watchers. My goodness, it was so good. So good. If you haven't watched that yet, and you've been waiting in silence to watch The Silent Watchers, go give that a look. Because, my goodness, if that story doesn't follow you home and stick with you for more than a few days, years, you need to watch it again. Because there's something in there. Then we did a rework of a story called The Silent Horde. It's a zombie movie story. But there's no one gets killed. Doesn't go around killing hundreds of zombies. It's more what happens in the mind. What a story. If you haven't watched that one, my goodness. So this now is live over on YouTube, or if you're on Facebook, there's lots of little videos out, and just comment and we'll send you the Facebook video. Then I did something this week. I had a moment of inspiration, and I did a story about a year, maybe more ago, about a succubus called Lila. And I did a brand new story, but I wanted to make it psychological rather than showing demons with horns and things like that. I wanted to make it more in the mind, of course, in the mind. So I'm testing that right now just with my members. Apologies, it's only in the members area because it's something different. I want to test that with people that sort of know me. So if you're in my members area, please go watch that, give me some feedback, let me know what you think. That would be great. So I want to make sure that I'm putting out the right content. But this was, my goodness, I love this story so much. And like I say, we want to make sure that it fits, And if it does, and if we get the good feedback, we will release it publicly just for you. John, good evening, John. Welcome aboard the Sunday night shadow train. I don't know why I said train on the mind. Watching lots of old trailers for Horror Express, and I was watching a documentary on Horror Express. It's pretty cool. So we've got trains on the mind. You know what the atmosphere of horror train means is like. Have you ever seen Horror Express? And at the end, you have that, like the alien monster driving in the front of the train, and you see his red eyes glowing. My goodness, that was such an atmospheric moment. Such an atmospheric moment. So that's what I'm saying. Trains. It's on my mind right now. It's on my mind. Yeah, so this week we did, and so I got big news. Big news coming your way. Coming your way. I did this saga story. It was 4 parts. It's called The Wolfman Awakens, and it did pretty good. It went pretty big. Went all over the place. A lot of people liked it, but I left it on a cliffhanger on purpose. A lot of people message me, whose were those eyes at the end? What happened at the end? I didn't tell you. I didn't tell you until now. Until now, because I'm now reworking it, and I'm hoping it's going to be ready for Tuesday evening. Tuesday evening. Reminds me of the famous spook trains in English wars. Nice. Nice. Yeah, there's that bit at the end of Horror Express, and that the alien monster. It's just he's driving the train, the smoke, the darkness, the red eyes. That atmosphere is so great. So great. Love that. I'd love to recreate that at some point. But yeah, where I was at, the Wolfman Awakens was a 4-part saga I did. Amazing visuals. Had its own soundtrack. It was spread over 4 parts. There was little bits of it that were turned into actual like movie videos. It did really well. It did really well for me. A lot of people liked it. It made some waves. But like I say, the end bit, people, I did it on purpose. I did it on purpose. It's like, it's left on a cliffhanger. So, in fact, pretty much all of my stories leave you on a cliffhanger. And leave you wondering what happens next, because I believe that's amazing. But this left you, what happens next? We left it right on that cliffhanger. If you haven't watched The Wolfman Awakens, go find it and watch it. My goodness. But I'm working on, it's going to be called The Wolfman Returns. It's almost part 5, but it doesn't need to be watched in sequence. It can just be watched standalone. And then if you want to watch the prequels, then you can. But I'm hoping to have that done by Tuesday evening. New time, dropping new times, 9 p.m. for me. That's UK time, British Standard Time. EST is 4 p.m. So if you're waiting on a Tuesday evening, I'm not doing it midday EST anymore. I'm making it more later in the afternoon. Give me more time. But yeah, Tuesday, 9 p.m. British Standard Time, or Eastern, is going to be 4 p.m. It's dropping. I haven't finished it. I'm still working on it, but I'm going to get there. I'm going to make sure it's done by Tuesday. Make sure I've done the first bits. Looks really good. Really good. I'm really looking forward to this, to solve the cliffhanger. I mean, if you know me, have been following me for a while, you'll know one thing. This will not end without a cliffhanger. It's going to have a cliffhanger in there, of course. Ivory Bow, hello, my friend. Great to see you on here. Just saying how we're doing part, I suppose you can say part 5. You could say part 5, but it's definitely going to be a standalone to the continuation of The Wolfman Awakens. Hoping to drop it on Tuesday. And obviously, if you're in a members area, you've had quite a few bits. You had the alternate ending to The Wolfman Awakens. Hopefully you got a chance to watch that. And you got the new story, which I put out, which isn't anywhere. which is the new Lila story. A little bit different, and trying to focus it more on story and sound rather than visual. So taking a little bit of a turn. Like I say, the new Succubus story is only in the members because I want to get some feedback from my members. I want to know, what do you think of the new Succubus story, because I want to see if we should put it out to everybody else. I've been away from my computers. I've got a lot of fun catching up to do. Nice. Yeah, like I say, I just dropped yesterday. Had a story I wanted to do, but when I was going through it, I felt it was one of those stories that needed to be more audible than visual. So I didn't put the visuals on this. There's literally a couple of images per chapter, because it's more psychological. So rather than try and force you to see what's going on, I more try and let you visualize what's going on yourself in your own mind. So yeah, so if you are in the members area, please try and watch the Lila and give me some feedback to see let me know what you think, because that will really help me. That will really help me. So I'm only going to release it if I get good feedback. So I don't know if you know, about a year, I think it was about a year ago, I did the Lila, the Succubus story, and it went really well. A lot of people liked it and said, can we do another one? And so the other week I was thinking, yeah, I need to do another one, but I don't want to just make like the Lila one character. I think Lila is the name, and it can be occupied by many different succubuses. So yeah, that's where I'm going. Anyway, if you are in the members, please have a watch and give me some feedback. Let me know what you think. Let me know specifically about how it's not being visual. It's more trying to make you visualize your own story as you go. That would be great if you have an opportunity to see that. And also, don't forget the Silent Horde as well. It's literally out now. And go watch it. Go watch it right now. Which is, it's the story, the undead story, but with a massive twist. Massive. So it's literally there right now. If you're over on Facebook and you think, well, how do I get hold of this Silent Horde? Check my feed, put in 365 anywhere you want, and we will get that video to you, straight to your private link, straight to you. On YouTube, you can have to search my channel and find it. You'll find it straight away. No problem. And then I did have another friend. Let me just get this up for you. Yeah, I had a friend, Solaris808, and they asked the question, why is it you're never in my feed, even though I'm subscribed? YouTube really doesn't. It puts a very small percentage of seed out. So whenever I put a video out, it's probably like 10%, if that. So many people, where's our friend Alto Watts, who was always complaining that he never got a notification that any of our videos came out. But yeah, Solaris 808. Unfortunately, YouTube doesn't really push anything out. It doesn't really. It gives a very small notification. Very small notification. Unfortunately. But yeah, that's what we got planned. I got a couple of stories in the bank. We got the new He Spent the Night with a Vampire. Already worked visuals. It's coming. It's coming soon. What else we got in the bank? Of course, we got the Lila story. But we'll wait and see. When we get some feedback on that. And don't forget, if you're over on Facebook and you're thinking, how do I get to watch these stories? Just check my feed. Somewhere on there, somewhere. Whatever you're looking for will be there. Just if you see the undead story, just comment on there 365 and we'll send you it, because Facebook just gets lost, it's buried. So just look out for anything with an undead on there, put 365 in the comments and we will send it to you. I'm sure to like every video and save it. Yeah, maybe. So we had a comment, Ivory Bow, good friend of ours on the channel, and they say that because they like the videos and save a lot of them, maybe that's why they get notified. So if you're wondering if you're not getting notified, maybe like some videos, save some videos, and then YouTube thinks, they like that, they want that, and maybe they'll send it to you. YouTube is a pain. It's a pain. Must admit, I do like Facebook better. It's so much more friendly. And comment. I think that makes the algorithm send your vids. Nice. Yeah, so there you go. We have some feedback already, which is great. So that's what I've got planned for next week. Anyway, working on The Wolfman Returns. You're going to see a lot for this. You're going to see a lot of visuals, videos coming out for this, trailers, shorts, reels. So make sure if you comment on any of those or just look at those, I'm sure you'll get notified. I always like all your videos and I comment regularly too. I also get notified. There you go. Maybe if you comment, like, that helps the algorithm give you a shout when new stuff comes out. Nice. But I will say my favorite story from last week, from this week gone, I did this story called The Silent Watchers. And it was sort of a werewolf tale, not quite, more of a dogman tale. I remember when I was at school, not long ago, when I was at school, whenever, they made you go through these history books, and there was this image of where Columbus, before he went to the Americas, supposedly went on this island, and there was these people, robes and dog heads, and that's called cat, and that was like quite freaky. So I created a story about that. I call it Silent Watchers. It's not what you think. It's not like werewolves going around killing people. We've had that. We know that. We want to get more in your head. We want it to stay with you. I want it down the line, maybe a year or so, 2 years down the line, you're thinking back and in your head, you see the image or the memory of the story. I think it's more important than just having a quick jump scare on the screen. That'd be great. There we go. Henrik, good evening. So My Titan is on. Good evening, friend. Great to see you. I don't have my streaming software up tonight. I don't have that. That was going wrong. Keep going wrong. So I'm just straight direct. Have one camera here. Hello. And I have one camera here. Hi. We're live across both streams. And thank you, friends, for joining me. Appreciate it. Appreciate you joining me this evening to listen to me just tell you what's coming up, really. What are we working on? What's coming out soon? How do you get hold of it? I think they're the most important things. That's what you're looking for. What is he bringing out next? So another thing we're doing, so I know I have a lot of people over on this side or in my members area, and I'm going to be doing a lot more lives in the members area. And people over on this side, once again, we're not quite at the numbers we want. When we get the numbers, we're going to start doing more live gatherings in there. We'll get a little bit closer. So if you're thinking about joining my membership, jump on right now, because you're going to see a lot more of me live and get a little bit closer and comfy. Good. Just reading the comments right now, guys. Really enjoyed. I spent the night with a vampire. Wasn't it beautiful? Wasn't I spent the night with a vampire beautiful? You know what? I came out with that story. And that's one of them ones when you finish it and you look at it and you think, should I put that out? I'm saying it's a vampire, but there's no killing. There's no sneaking around. There's no bats. There's no real fangs. It's all about what could be. And my goodness, did it really hit the mark? I think it did. I think it really hit the mark. And if you really enjoyed don't forget, I just put the prequel out. I put the prequel out where we see Serana, the village of Mareth. And it's like, I'm not going to spoil it, but we need to. It's literally, why was she running to the house and he spent the night with the vampire? Why was she running through and the sun had catching her up? We find out why. So make sure you go to see that if you haven't already. If you haven't seen that, go watch that. Oh my God. I recently saw The Curse of the Werewolf with Oliver Reed. My goodness, isn't it good? Isn't it amazing? Such a great movie. I usually go to church, which means I have to see Night of the Shadows as a recording, but I will still see it, comment under the weather in the morning, so I get to see it live. Nice. Well, like I say, the hardest thing is getting the time for everybody. Kamiko, good evening, Professor Shadow. I hope you're well. I'm very well. Thank you so much. J. Duncan Shaw. Hi, guys. Hello, my friend. Great to see you on here. Wonderful to see you. What else we got? Right. Yeah, my goodness. Curse of the Werewolf. Oliver Reed. Such a brilliant movie. Brilliant. I think after The Wolfman, I think it was the second werewolf movie I ever saw. Oliver Reed in Curse of the Werewolf. There we go. Thanks for the tip. Nice. J. Duncan Shaw says, Professor Shadow, ever considered doing a story with witches in it? I have done a few already. We do have the occasional powerful witch appear. We had one recently. Isolde came back in Curse of the Burning Moon. We had her come back there. She was in a previous one. I got The Curse of the Werewolf as a part 8. Yeah, if that's the one I got. It also have that paranoiac Kiss of the Vampire. My God, what a brilliant set. Yeah, same. Awesome. Such a great find. I got Linda over on Facebook sending me a bunch of targets. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. You know, without my saying, I'm looking forward to more Sith. Oh, I will tell you, I have got something because I don't know if you know, but obviously the Sithras Tales, there's a reason he exists. I don't know if you figured it out. It's been explained, but in cryptic wise on the last Sithra story. But there's a reason, and I want to get into it. But at the moment, I've got this story in a draft. When I mean a draft, I mean I have my pseudo right, and literally you speak to it. and to put your keynotes down. And so it comes out with all these I've got the keynotes written down for it. I just haven't got the time at the moment to go in and finish that. I think because that's going to be a big one, but it is going to be coming. It is going to be coming. Yeah, I'm fascinated with straight. Yeah, when you know why, it's going to be even better. It's going to be even better. There's a reason he exists. There's a reason he's different. How about a story with mummies? Nice. Yeah, we will get there. Don't worry. Ivory Bow. I will get there. It's a story I want to create anyway. So. More ancient, and they are wrapped up in bandages. Yeah, I haven't thought about doing a mummies one. Maybe we can introduce some at some point. Like I said, it's just the problem I have. The problem I have is that I have so many ideas to do, but not enough time to finish them all. I really, another thing I've got in my draft, which is a big project. And the big projects I look at and I think, well, if I start that, I've got to finish it. So they're big projects coming. The other big projects, I don't know if, hopefully most of you watched Ashes of Reality. The Ashes of Reality, technically Crimson Dawn season 5. Hopefully you've managed to see some of that. And so we ended on something. We ended with coming soon, Ashes of the Dead. So we saw this character. Who could it be? I just don't know. But there was this character at the end of Ashes of Reality, literally reanimate the undead, which wasn't in there, was it? But I have a bunch of drafts ready for this because we now have, no spoilers because it's been out for a long time. We have Eldritch in the Ashes of Reality now. You focus on one idea at a time, then move. Yeah, really easy to say, really hard to do for me. My brain is always all over the place. But the thing is, once I start, that's it. It's saying, which one do I start? Which one have I got the time for? So I'm really leaning towards the Ashes of Reality next season, the Crimson Dawn part. So I'm really leaning towards that because I love the character Eldritch, and we can create more about him. And of course, we have other characters in there we can play with. So I'm really leaning towards that one. Is where I'm at after I finish this stuff that I'm working on. But we will get there. Don't worry, we will get there. Yeah, necromancy. Any ideas? Come on, like while we're here. Any ideas? If you watched Ashes of Reality, hopefully you did. It's the big one, so hopefully you watched it. If you haven't watched it, if you don't know what I'm talking about, put a message below and I will send it to you. But it's like 4 or 5 hours long. It's 9 or 10 episodes. And at the end, when everything's done, we see this figure walking into this facility where there was this test experiment. It's been destroyed, but he brings it back with necromancy. Who could that be? Any ideas who this character could be that's going to kick off Ashes of Reality Part 2 called Ashes of the Dead? If you have any idea, if you got an idea, just let me know in the comments. Thorn, no, not quite. Often attachments go wrong. That causes much chaos. It's quite a popular. I've used this character quite a lot, and we have to consider what the realm of Ashes of Reality were. Brandon, I absolutely love your content, Professor. Thank you, Brandon Harris. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate that. Yes, I did hope to. I will watch it this week. Leave a comment about who I think it is. All right, it's quite long. If you haven't watched the whole series already, Winter, no, not Winter. We've got Alicia Flores, 3979. Just wondering if he's a demons with be a topic. Well, the demons really I have. There's a couple of where the where one of my characters, Winter, fights them, and the only demons one I do is the succubus ones. They're the ones I've done so far. Not Elder, not the Rat King. My goodness. Is Gollum coming back? I haven't got anywhere near Gollum yet, but we may see him. Maybe. I put some drafts down for Gollum because I know someone asked me, may have been yourself, about when's Gollum coming back before, and I did some drafts, possibility for the Ashes of Reality. So we're gonna see. Well, looking probably at starting that in maybe February. So probably see the first episode drop in sort of mid-Feb for that. The Mouse King. No. You're gonna have to watch Crimson Dawn again. You're gonna have to watch Crimson Dawn again and Ashes of Reality to realize who the undead bad is. Not bad, but the undead person. The washing machine. Oh, I thought you said it was the washing machine that was the undead. Which we might be fixed or might not place. The undead washing machine. For goodness. All right. How about an invisible monster that is only seen by those of evil intent and guilty consequence or conscious? Maybe. You just give me too much. Or see, here's the problem. I would have a million things going on in my head, and I have to put them down in Sudowrite, and it catalogs them and lists them out your bullet points. If you saw it, my Sudowrite, it'd be like, my goodness, how can you operate under so many different ideas here, there, and everywhere? Thank you, Incubus and Succubus. Yeah, I have the Succubus one. It's called Lila. So put a search. Just go to my channel. If you search Lila, it will come up straight away. And I have a brand new Lila one. But at the moment, it's only in my members area because I've done it a little bit different. I haven't put visuals on it. I've more done it as an audible to try to help the reader, the listener get involved in the story rather than have me give you the visuals. I want you to take control of what happens in your own mind. So something I'm trying. I am only doing it in the members area at the moment. I'm going to get some feedback from my members. If my members like it and they think this is a good way, I will bring it out. I will drop it. I will drop it to everybody. But of course, don't forget. Well, Professor, I would like to see that right now. Somewhere down here is a button that says join, and you can go and watch it right now. Or somewhere up on Facebook that says subscribe, and you can go and click that and go and watch it right now. I don't mind. Or you can wait. Either one's good. Reminds me of Crystal with her stories. Yeah. So many stories coming at me. So many. Good. How are we doing for time? Oh, 1/2 already. So I am keeping these short, so I don't just want to waffle. I don't want to bore you. So, did anybody watch Were? No, we didn't. Oh, I didn't anyway. I didn't. Tell you what I have been watching though. Because before I go to sleep, I always put YouTube on. And I've been watching these things, scary things caught on the camera. It's actually pretty good. It's actually pretty, gives you some great ideas. And yeah, we've been watching that. I don't have books. I have audiobooks. I don't have actual physical books. But I do have audiobooks. You can go to my website, professorshadow.com, and there are audiobooks for download on there. But I don't have, no, because it's production value. I don't do this. I don't really do this for money wise. I have a membership, and so the light just went off somewhere. I have membership, and as to help keep the channel going. I don't know if you know, but it costs money for time and visuals and music and editing software and cameras. So I do this to keep the channel running. I think graphic novels, books is an investment, which I'm not at the moment. Maybe in the future. I don't know. Maybe in the future. But at the minute, we just have visual stories and audiobooks. I have a couple on Amazon in, what do you call it? Kindle. I have a couple of Kindles on Amazon, but nothing much. Would you do a cosmic horror story? Cosmic horror. Maybe. We have, it's not horror really, but we have Winter, that in Winter's Tales, he's often facing against cosmic entities. Ever considered creating a VR horror game? Oh my God. Yeah. It's considering it, and it's doing it. I'll put the link up in the I'll post it in the what do you call it, comment section of YouTube, so you can find it. I don't have many. I have a couple. I think the main one I have on there is one of my favorite older ones, which was Ghostly Garden. So if you go to Amazon and type Ghostly Garden, I think it comes up. It does. I think it does come up. I'm not sure if it's under Professor Shadow or my real name. Either one. It's good. Ghostly Garden, yes. It's definitely under there. Let me check while you're here. Before I head off, I'll tell you. I can't even remember what it's under. Ghostly Garden. I have to put in Kindle. I'm sure you'll find it. No, it's under my name, so you have to put Stephen Cowan in rather than Professor. But it's in there. It's in there. I'll post it for you. Don't worry. Ghostly Garden, Haunted by Fruits. Oh, we wish. Ghostly Garden is such an amazing story. Such an amazing story. So consider this. This is one of the first ones I did that I really liked. It's still one of my favorite ones today. Imagine this. So there's a house. Okay, so you've got this house. I'm not going to give away the plot. Don't worry. There's a house, and when you move into this house, you save all your money, move in this house, and then certain nights. I'm not going to tell you what day, what night it is, but there's this thing that looked like a door that starts to open, and you're able to walk through. You're able to walk through it. Okay. When you go in there, you find this new part of the garden, and it's dead. It's dead. It's all dead. Okay. And but then you're in there, and you start to see this thing shuffling. So you quickly run out because you're afraid, right? And you wait for the next time to come. And it opens again. But you just time a little bit braver, so you go inside. And you notice that some things are starting to grow. Some things are starting to grow in there. But you're starting to feel more fatigued. Almost like it's feeding on you. And there's something in there that's feeding on what you are. I'll leave it at that. My goodness, what a plot. I love this story so much. I did love it. Was one of these. So the Ghostly Girls, one of them I was considering turning into a novel. I was actually considering turning into a novel. But when I looked into it, I went to a publisher and everything like that, and it's like just so much that needs to go into it. I don't think I'm ready for that just yet. It looked like a lot of work. And I do really just love creating. I love creating new stories, putting visuals to them, putting them out. Probably be a time when I slow down, and maybe I'll do that then. Professor, have anyone truly had hauntings or experience? I'm not sure. Not sure. Ghostly Garden, yeah. All right, friends, on that note, it is time for me to head off and relax for the evening. See what movies we can figure out, what we can watch this evening. Got a bunch of films to watch that I need to recap on. So thank you for joining me once again. Sunday Night in the Shadows here with me, Professor Shadow. Do appreciate it. Do appreciate it. Look out, Tuesday, 9 p.m. British Standard, 4 p.m. Eastern, for the new story. The Wolfman Returns. It's almost like part 5. It's not. It's a standalone, but it could fit. Turn your stories to movies. Yeah, wish we could. I wish we could. If we have a producer come along and ask me, I'm sure I could work with them. Friends, thank you so much. And that was Cool Addy Free to Go. Nice. I will catch you all next week. In the meantime, Tuesday, Friday, big drops coming. And look out for those. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Take care. See you all soon.